Good morning. This is Peter Burns coming to you from my rock on the beach in La Jolla. This will be my third reflection, and I'm going to call it The Wanderer. So, I've been doing my entrepreneurial gig, uh, gosh, 42 years? 43 years here pretty soon because I'm going to be 62 years old in a week or less. And I find that I like never having had a real job, I like to say, where I work for somebody else and I get a paycheck and I get stability and I live working for somebody else. That just doesn't work it for me. So it's kind of like a trapeze act without a net for an entrepreneur. But you know what? The true reality of it is it's your freedom. It's not the money. Money's nice and it comes and goes. Trust me, I know all about that. But the freedom to make your choices every day, to determine what you're going to accomplish, what challenges you have, how you're going to overcome them, yada, yada, yada. So the wanderer aspect is this. I am not one to work in an office. I've had lots of employees and I've had offices, and I think I'm the pioneer of shared office space. Who the hell knows? I started my first one, gosh, I'm going to think 2005 or 6 before it became fashionable. Now, of course, you have everybody and his brother, like WeWorks, etc., that's doing it. I started that industry, I think, because I needed a place to house my club entrepreneur members. So we could have our monthly meetings and I could have a little nest of like-minded entrepreneurs all working out of their little offices in one facility. Long story short, I'm just not an office kind of guy. I really like being outside. I really like having flexibility. I like conducting my meetings at coffee shops. It works for me, and I'm not going to change it, and so that's it. But the wanderer aspect is this. I kind of believe I've been living in 11 different places in the last, well, 3 or 4 years, and that's a lot. Starting in Scottsdale, where I had moved after my divorce a long time ago, and to be there while my children, I have 2 young daughters, who are now not so young, and they're mothers themselves. I have actually 7 grandbabies now, all under the age of 3. I know, it's remarkable. Each one has a set of twins. They have great lives, and I'm really, really proud of them. My former wife and I are best friends, even though we've been divorced for, oh gosh, 23 years, something like that. Anyway, long story short, I lived in Scottsdale, and then I moved to, let's see, where did I move to? Las Vegas. And then from Las Vegas, I actually stayed for a little while up in Winnipeg. One of my friends from my entrepreneurial organization I started a long time ago, YEO, with 20 other guys in '87. One of my colleagues from YEO lived in Winnipeg, and I went up there and stayed for a while. Then I came, let's see, back to Scottsdale until I moved to Ethiopia. And there I did a 6-month gig as the entrepreneur residence for a big NGO. Loved it. Came back here, and then from here I believe I moved to California. I lived in Santa Monica for a while, Pacific Palisades, Calabasas, and then where did I move to? I think I moved back to Vegas. I always go back to Vegas because that was an old friend of mine, and he's well situated up there. He used to work for me years ago before my divorce, and we kept in touch. We've been friends for a long time. From Las Vegas, I moved to New Hampshire. New Hampshire and the Hamptons. I had started a new business involving luxury villas. I figured out a way how to monetize empty time. Had a partner back east. We had our office outside of Boston. And then from there, I moved to La Jolla. And La Jolla I came to quite by accident to actually negotiate a deal. and I ended up staying longer and longer. I was bopping around in Airbnbs, and then I finally said, you know what? I'm just going to live here. So for a couple of years now, I've lived in La Jolla, and I love it. And in my line of work, entrepreneurship, I can operate literally anywhere. I just have to have Wi-Fi, a laptop, and a cell phone. And I develop the contacts locally, and then of course LinkedIn is a big part of my business. I've actually started more than a few businesses, big businesses, from my LinkedIn contacts, and it's worked out really well. But the wandering aspect, it's kind of interesting. I have the opportunity to live wherever I want in the world, and I've lived in a lot of places so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay settled for that long, but I got to tell you right now, the here and now, the present, and I've had a reflection on the present before you have to live in the present, is pretty darn good. And I'm very thankful. And I'm going to continue to come to you, my viewers, as often as I have something I think you'd like to hear me say. So, looking forward to continuing on this journey. This is Peter Burns coming to you from La Jolla. Thank you.